views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Well, my girl's got the sweetest pussy.
Welcome to Sin City Bounty.
.com.
Oh, that's so melodic.
That was beautiful. I really was like, impressed.
Hey, we have a
all
guest
I
in the
got.
studio. Isn't she gorgeous?
Hi, guys.
Isn't she beautiful?
We are, all of us, like, secretly crushing and not so secretly crushing right now on this beautiful, redheaded, gorgeous adult actress. So you know what kind of dreams we're having. Can you introduce us for everybody?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Julie Ginger. I am a adult actress, as she has already stated, and I'm happy to be here.
Yay.
I'm excited, actually. Like, really excited.
You are new to Vegas.
I am very new. 2 weeks new.
And living here.
And living
Did you
here.
ever visit before?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My very first time to Las Vegas was last July for my birthday. I came here for one of the bashes and just had a ball, and then kept coming back every about 3 or so months, and then decided back in January to actually live here.
So we want to believe, or at least I want to believe, that you moved here because Thor is here, who we love to death on this show.
Let's just go with that, sure. No, I really did move here to be able to film more with people that had, haven't had a chance to film, because I came from Iowa, so that's definitely a very desolate porn land. There's like
Not
no.
for watching.
Are you really?
You know they're in those cornfields jerking off. Like, they have those phones out there.
Probably.
Like the farmer on the
You know
field.
what?
Iowa
Probably.
picks the next president. I mean, there's got to be some good porn coming out of Iowa.
But
I mean-
maybe not to shoot with.
Not to shoot with. It's
Okay.
more amateur. Like, I don't mind the amateur style, which I'm still known for that, but I was looking for more professional stuff too. So, I decided to come to Las Vegas, which at some point in everyone's career, they end up in Las Vegas. So, that's why I chose Las Vegas. Plus,
Okay.
I mean, you can't beat warm weather year round. Yes, hot weather, but warm weather too.
So one thing I found when I started doing this show years and years ago, we had a host at the time who was also in the industry. And so, I started meeting people in the industry, and I find that at some point everyone comes through Vegas. Like, whether it's for BBWCon used to be here, now the BBW Awards,
Yep.
which I believe you're up for an
Yeah,
award,
two.
correct? For
Two of them, yep.
Okay. But they're held here, and at some point everyone just comes and
Yeah,
films.
it really is, honestly. People from LA come out here all the time. People from, I would probably say Phoenix is another close, big, I wouldn't say porn hub, but there are some people down there. So, and then people from all over the East Coast fly out here all the time. So it really is, it's quite a big a hub. Not the porn capital, but a hub, for sure. So.
I would like to call it a porn hub.
I just know.
All right, a porn hub, but copyright infringement right there. Be careful.
They don't care.
Drink. Put your drink down. I have, if you want it.
Oh no, yeah, I'm good, thank you.
All right, so really quick, the BBW Awards. It's the ones Eliza runs.
Yes.
Eliza
Yep.
Lore. How can people go and vote for you? And which 2 categories are you up for?
Okay, so voting, all the nominees have been finally picked, so now it comes to the actual voting for the actual winners. So they go to BBW Awards Show, so 2 S's there, .com. You just click on the little drop down, click on vote, and then I am up for 2 categories, Girl, and SSBW of the Year, which I did win last year. So I'm the 2019 current winner.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I know, I'm going for round 2, baby. Or win 2.
I mean, we all go for round 2.
I mean, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
multiple.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and everyone comes for that.
Pretty much. I mean, there are some talents that don't always get the chance to make it. One of my favorite male talents, I'm really trying to encourage him to come. His name is Don Prince. He is one of my favorite performers to actually film with. He just knows what he's doing, but he works with a lot of big girls, so I really want him to be there because I would love to see him win. Thor won last year, as you guys probably know.
Oh, yes.
So I was
He
really
told us he got a vase.
yes, we got vases. And you know what's in my vase right now? My makeup brushes.
Oh, I would have put candy in there. I'd be
That's
like,
actually a good idea,
would
too.
you like some M&Ms out of my
Award.
I'd put it everywhere. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm getting out of the Uber. I'm like, would you want some candy out of my
carry it with you.
I actually love the idea of a utilitarian award.
I mean, yeah, it's great, but sometimes, you know, those awards aren't always that great because you want to be able to actually really display it. And this one it's hard to see the etching on the glass, so you would have to fill it up with something.
Again, brilliant idea.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It would be utilitarian, but I think I like it for my brushes, so it works out well in the bathroom.
There you go. That's perfect.
And anybody that goes into, people snoop when they're in the bathroom, so you know that they're going to come out of there. You
what
want
is
an award
this?
for being a big girl? What?
Yes, exactly.
Do your friends know that you're in the industry?
Some, but not all. That's why I don't have a Facebook. I just would rather keep that as my, I guess, escape. Does that make sense?
Okay. You don't want to pop up on your pastor's page. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Let's just say that some people from the church that I used to go to when I lived in Florida has found out, but there are people that I don't want to find out at all because I think that I would be devastated. I think they would be so disappointed in me. I think so, because the whole Christian community thing. But that's a story for another time. So, but yeah, a good majority of my friends back from home in Iowa do know. So.
Just don't reenact. I mean, you're an actress, so don't reenact any stories from the Bible or something. You should be okay.
Why? I would totally pay for that. I would totally. If you guys are like, we're
if she is a
reenacting
God-fearing
scene from-
Christian, I think God would be just fine. Just don't pretend to be his son or
No, I
son's
actually
wife.
would have. I've never even thought of it that way. Like to use the Bible in that sense.
My beautiful blasphemous mind has already come up with at least 4 different
The
scenarios.
Bible, listen, here's the deal. I mean, you grew up then
Yeah.
with a religious background.
Right.
The Bible literally gives you storylines. Like, you don't have to create anything and,
Hashtag Bible
mix it
porn.
up. But
Hashtag we are sinners.
I mean, anyone who
Born.
knows this show knows that.
Born sinners.
That's funny.
But I mean, I totally feel like you could be
Yeah.
like, listen, we're reenacting Corinthians right now.
Get into like some Proverbs, some Psalms,
Right.
Song of Solomon.
Hell no.
Old Testament.
Deuteronomy, baby.
You're going-
Deuteronomy.
You're all Leviticus.
I want you
You're
to
pulling out some
Deuteronomy.
beards and-
And then I'm gonna Deuteronomy too.
That's funny. But no, I've never even thought about using Bible references in porn. Like, literally, you are the first person to have said anything about
Way to go.
Adam and
that.
Eve, dude. Adam
I
and
know.
Eve.
I've seen
right?
people take pictures, but I don't think anybody's ever, in my mind, I don't think I've ever seen somebody
Something
interact.
The only thing is,
consider.
the only thing is about Bible porn is that there's a lot of raping and molesting of children.
So keep that out.
Yeah.
I
Like,
would never do that, though.
yeah, keep that out. Like,
I would
there's
totally
plenty
watch
more
Mary Magdalene
storylines.
washing Jesus' feet.
Yeah, there's
And then
plenty more
going
stuff
up the
about
leg.
those.
And like,
A oh god, it's in my head and I can't get it out. It's a cocksucking crucifixion. That's
oh my god.
blowjob on the
Actually,
cross.
I
Not
think
bad.
that might even be below.
Blowjob on the cross.
Who are those British guys that did Life of Brian? Monty Python. I think that's even below Monty Python level.
Oh my
I told you,
gosh.
blasphemous
I
mind.
feel like if you have a niche, and it could be a great niche.
That's you know what?
Or-
That whole scene where the Mary Magdalene and all the other ladies use their hair to wash Jesus' feet. There are some dudes who will fucking on that.
That's
just
true.
thinking about
I
that.
have to
Just a
say.
bunch of girls
Right?
with their hair all up on some dude's feet. That's just niche porn. That's not even hardcore
No,
porn.
that's total fetish shit right there.
Yeah, that's just clips for sale shit. That's not even like real porn.
Clips for sale.
Instead of the pizza man, it's like a guy coming in and he's like, I have 2 loaves of bread and a fish.
And they're like,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Then the music, and it's all bouncing. Wow, wow.
let's wash your feet with our
old school
rose
70s porn
water.
music.
Yeah, and we've got to feed all of these women with just what I have available.
It's like
I love
a
it.
cream-filled cod.
Lord, I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for being as dirty-minded as myself.
So it's probably good your pastor can't see.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
The water into wine scenes.
Oh.
Abby, I feel like Church of Cock is probably already on Pornhub somewhere. I'll
know
let
what,
you know
Abby?
tonight.
Yeah, let
I'll-
somebody find it. Send us links.
I'll scroll during masturbation time and be
How
like,
come I'm not getting
Church
that?
of Porn.
I need to go
Church
over.
of Cock.
No, I didn't get Church of Cock on there.
I've got it as hashtag, so.
Done.
No.
Hashtag Church
Oh
of Cock.
my God.
We're the
So-
best.
I
Speaking
took
of
you guys.
cock.
I am the
love it.
instigator
It's
of all
you.
things
Yeah.
evil.
All right, at some point during the show, it always turns to shit. So I have the perfect lead.
Good.
Not intentional, but it always does.
Right.
But going back to cock, because that's
Always
something I
going
can
back to
always
cock.
I can
Hey,
always lead in with
I
that.
can talk about cock all day.
Who's your favorite other than the gentleman that you
Don
mentioned?
Prince?
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that is a tough one because I've filmed with a decent amount of really great performers. Don Prince being one of my favorites. I would have to say, as a performer and professionalism and knowing what he's doing, Christian Triple X. I don't know if maybe that name has come up.
We've talked to him. I
Okay,
think.
so Christian is great. He is so professional. He knows what he's doing. He makes me look amazing.
His name is Christian.
He had.
That's
funny.
true.
I'll tell you something. Just came up in my feed, and I can't remember if it was Eliza who shared it with us, or if it was Tyra Scott. But it literally just came up like yesterday. It was years ago. He shot this scene with Eliza and Tyra's a TS porn star, and it was like the hottest thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. Like the hottest. The photos were hot. Everything about it was just so hot. And I
Yeah.
had shared it because, again, I can't remember if Eliza came on or if Tyra came on, but I had shared it, and so it came up in my memories. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and find that one again.
No, and that's what I have to say. Christian always performs very well. He's very professional, but like as a person, he's a good person too. So, but honestly, I like shitting with him. He makes me look freaking amazing. He is, and he's into it. That's the thing. He's totally like, yeah, I love me some Julie. And I was like, Lord, I love it. No, I do. So he's a good talent, and I appreciate him for what he does. And yeah, his pictures are great, his video and his sites. He's got so many. WWDBTV.com is where I would be. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenes. Yeah, and many more to come.
Who's out there that you want to shoot with and haven't?
The list is long, especially for the males, because I'm all about hardcore. That's what I'm known for, and my blowjobs. Yeah. So top, like I would say maybe 4 or 5. We got Jason Love, who's on black.com. There is also Ricky Johnson, who's also been on black.com. You see a correlation going on here.
Right.
Let's see. So Jason Love, Ricky Johnson. Oh my gosh, you guys put me on the spot. I should have done my research more. Prince Joshua, Pressure the Entertainer.
Pressure the Entertainer.
Yes.
His
There's
name
all-
alone.
He is a hot piece of meat. He gives me the shivers.
And now we know who we're
Now we
looking
know.
up later.
Right. No, you know what though? Most of the guys who are on black.com are very, they're black, obviously, and they're very handsome and very, very good looking, and that's what I look for in a lot of my performers. But I don't discount anybody else. I have worked with others who might not be quite as fit or aren't black either. So I do work with a variety of people.
Dear sweet Jesus.
There needs to be a Benetton of gay, not gay, well, gay too, but of adult actors and actresses Because I think I would want to taste the rainbow.
You know what?
You know,
I
would
taste
want
the rainbow.
I
I
have.
would want to sleep with every kind of guy.
And I've gotten a chance to work with lots of different types. I've had white and black, obviously. I've had some Hispanic, and I actually just did a POV with an Asian guy. So point of view blowjob. He is, and you know, one of the things I have to say about Pressure, he's actually really nice, but he can be a little big headed sometimes.
That name. Well, the name.
The name alone, right? Yeah, he is. He's a great performer, though. You know.
Holy mother of God.
I have
Can
a
we get the school off before
I
you start
have-
masturbating at the table?
I do have some POV content and amateur. You're good. Amateur style content with him, but I haven't done a pro scene yet.
Facebook's gonna take us
Meaning
down
with,
for
you know,
that.
the lights, the dialogue, the good angles, things like that.
So is current porn mostly just scenes as opposed to like the story? Because I wanted to ask, what is the weirdest story you've ever had to film? Like, you know, the copier guy comes or the pizza guy comes. You know, there's always a
Right.
delivery story. Do you still do that at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've done quite a few scenes. I did a scene with Will
Doctor.
Tile. He's a local Vegas local. Actually, so is Pressure. Pressure's now local Vegas. But Will Tile and he was my neighbor, and he came over and he saw he came over with a package saying, "Hey, this was delivered to my house on accident." And then I invited him in, and I was like, "Well, you know, how can I, you know, thank you for being so kind, because." You know, and you know, going on and on and on, right?
That's funny because that's what I do when my neighbors get my Amazon packages.
Yes,
And they bring it
especially
over
if they're
like,
really good looking, right?
Right.
So, funny
That's how I
story.
lead in.
Only one neighbor ever gets my Amazon packages, and it's the adorable gay married couple down the street from me.
Aw.
And I am forever going over there going, knock, knock, knock. Do you have my giant dildo? And they're like, here you go. Almost kept that one.
HanksToys.com.
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
It's not even in a discrete package. It's like the shape of the
Like wrapped like a
dildo.
big dick. Yeah.
They know what you be
We
doing.
thought it was a fishing pole, but here you go.
That's too funny. But yeah, you know, there's lots of different things that I've done. I've done the taboo stuff, obviously, with Thor. Like him being a redhead and me being a redhead were like the perfect match. We did a brother-sister scene our first time. Yep.
I'm
Taboo.
sorry.
Taboo.
I'm sorry. That's totally off limits for me. And I'm like,
You know what, though?
you're supposed to be a good Christian girl.
No, she isn't. She's a good cocksucker.
Thank you. Hashtag good
It's like flowers in the attic.
So I did a taboo scene, a brother sister with him, and then I did just recently like a stepdad daughter type scenario where he was my stepdad, and you know, he came in. I was leaned over the counter with my ass hanging out. This cute little dress, and it just kind of went from there. He was coming in to get coffee, and then standing behind me looking at my ass like, oh my God, why are you so sexy?
What are your biggest sellers? Is it the blowjobs? Is it
The taboo.
taboo? Is it certain POV?
You know, I think my blowjobs.
And then I have one more question.
Yeah.
As a follow-up, for the POV, are you wearing a GoPro on your head? Okay, now go back to the other one.
Okay, just answer that question in a minute. POV, I think, probably is one of my biggest, and especially if it's typically a black guy. I don't know why these white boys like seeing me black with black dick. But I do have to say my actual sex scenes, like the physical hardcore, also sells pretty well. So I have an OnlyFans and I have my website. Those are basically the only two places you can find any of my content. Pornhub, of course, you'll find it there. I mean, gosh, I'm everywhere.
They just
on
have
there.
to Google
Yep.
Julie Ginger
Yep.
or
BBW
search Julie
Julie
Ginger.
Ginger. BBW Julie Ginger is probably the best way to look it up on Pornhub, or if you just Google. But my OnlyFans has all my amateur style, so basically shot from cell phones or like not quite the best quality that I'd like it to be. And then all my really pro scenes go on my website.
Which is
BBWJulieGinger.com. Sorry, I should have said that.
that's okay.
And then OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/BBWJulieGinger. So it all correlates together really well off of my Twitter, which is BBWJulieGinger. You see how I
get the
keep it
theme.
all?
I get the theme here. I get the
So
theme.
follow up answer to your question: do I wear a GoPro? Nope, I do not. So the guy sits back or lays down or whatever. They have a actual camera. So like I'm basically looking up to the camera the whole time doing this. You know, like or like down or like, you know, just gagging. You know, I do it all. Like I'm a spit monster apparently. but I like
A
it.
spit monster. Nice.
No, when I give head,
I think guys like that.
they do.
Right.
Yeah.
God, guys like sloppy head. That's why my sloppy head stuff sells so good.
Right.
But yeah, I enjoy
I used
it.
to be so like
Dainty?
careful. Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't want to
Nope.
be messy. And then
Not now.
someone was like, no, spit on that shit. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, get dirty in here.
yeah, I'm all, I got it.
Exactly.
I got it.
I love it.
Guys do love when you do just that little bit of a.
Yeah.
You get it right into
hit
the back
of the throat, and
Right.
you just like start gagging. You're like,
It makes them feel powerful. You know that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
choked this bitch. That's right.
I hit her
Exactly.
gag reflex.
But in all reality, we're the ones who controls his orgasm because he ain't gonna come unless we're ready to let him. In a sense.
True.
So.
True. So, are you single? Are you dating? Are you married?
Divorced, but I am dating someone now who is back home in Iowa, and I miss him very much. But
You bringing him out?
He's gonna come out in a few months. He has to get, a job change and then get himself settled and get to a point where he's actually able to like take time off to come see me. But he had to stay because he has kids, so I was never gonna ask my significant other to leave. But he got me out here. He took care of me to make sure I got out here.
You don't have to answer this question
Sure.
at all. But is sex between you and this guy like totally vanilla because of your job?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. The one thing I have to say about my boyfriend is that he really does bring out a lot of freaky sides into me. Like, I don't do anal. I only do anal with him. Or I have only done anal with him. I am open to doing it, but I'm just not quite there yet.
Will you ever say, hey, I saw this scene, let's do it?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, he's open. He's a very dominant person, but he also likes some things. Like, one day he said to me, I want to tie you to a chair. You know those chairs that has like the vibrator sticking up out of it? Tie you to the chair, turn the vibrator on, and let you sit there for hours, and then I'll come back and maybe untie you. And I was like, I mean, there would have to be some discussion. I'm open to it, but not for hours. See, and that's one of the things about me and him that we have some differences on.
Can that compromise be like you can marathon Gilmore Girls?
Hey, I like Gilmore Girls, so I have to say that he's pretty receptive to what my needs are, and I'm receptive to what his needs are. So like there are days where I'll be camming because I do a lot of cam work too online, live camming. So in between like sessions with somebody or like it's slow, I'll just whip out my dildo and send a video just to him. Yeah. Now, occasionally a fan will come in and probably see what's going on, but I want him to feel and understand that I still love him and I still think about him and I still want him to know that he has my, attention and affection and things like that. So I do my best. It's hard being 1,500 miles away from the person that you're dating.
Did he know you were an adult actress?
He met me in October of last year through social media, and he asked me to go to a Kevin Gates concert. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a rapper who came to Des Moines, which is where I was living in Iowa. And I said yes, but I didn't get a chance to go to the actual concert because I had to end up working, not industry. I actually had a job. And we met for drinks afterwards, and then I took him home and fucked him. And then we continued talking. And then he kind of like asked me in February. I got back from AVNs to be his girl. So.
To be his girl.
To be his girl. Okay, technically I asked him to be my man, but it was mutual.
Just a side note, and because it triggered my nerd radar, if you do ever sit on that dildo for hours and you need to marathon something, try Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, because wait,
She's gonna wait,
because Ensign Mayweather, the beautiful black pilot on that show, takes off his shirt on many occasions.
So I'm just gonna just keep watching that same scene over and over and over.
If I had to put Star Trek or Star Wars or any of that on, I would be like a Sahara Desert in like 30 seconds. Like
That's
that.
you. That's you.
It's true. It's true. For you, that makes.
If you just
go,
play, if you play
right?
that scene where the Borg Queen gives Data actual hair on his arm
Right?
with real skin,
Oh, and
and
goose- the
that's
goosebumps?
sensual, and she's just like, and he gets a fucking android hard on with that shit. I could cream all day to that.
Right.
For me, I would just literally just say, hey, just leave me with continuous porn, please. Thank you. And that's what would be okay with me. I will watch porn all day if I have to, just to make it through that, scenario.
Right. I'd be like, put on The Office. It'll be fine.
No. It's going to be anyone. Parks and Rec. All the Andy Dwyer.
I got Parks and Rec. But I'd be like, put on the Prison Mike episode of The Office.
Or the Guardians of the
Or-
Galaxy movies.
Oh, yeah, those are fun. I mean, you can always
So
go with...
this is a list of if you have to have a dildo up your twat for hours on end.
Not much so as a dildo, a vibrator on your clit. Like, just sitting there. You know how hard that would
If
be?
you are strapped to a chair.
Literally tied to a chair, and it's sitting right on your vagina, basically.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how.
What would you binge watch?
What
Guardians
would
of
you
the
binge watch?
Galaxy
Yes.
movies.
What would you binge watch? That's a great interactive question.
That is a great interaction.
All right, audience. and
I would
Facebook.
be
right?
Lisa. I would be sleeping during the Star Trek. As would I. As would I.
So,
Like,
fans,
immediately.
if you're watching us on Facebook, let us know what would you want to be marathoning while you were sitting on a vibrator chair for hours on end.
Yes. And if you're watching on YouTube, just leave it in the comments below, or you can send us an email at sincitybounty@gmail.com.
Do it.
So you're not actively dating right now.
I'm
she
not
is.
dating.
She's with
no,
someone.
somebody else. Other people actively
She's
dating
with
as in
someone.
others.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have an open relationship with him because I don't want him to...
Be stifled.
Exactly. I don't want him to resent me or anything like that. Now, we've had long conversations about that stuff. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. You do get to get sex more often.
I do. So
Right.
I have to say, I said to him, even before I left, I was like, babe, look, I love you. I don't want you to hate me. So please, if you have to go and do what you got to do because you want some poo-tang, just use a condom.
Do it.
Just use a condom. That's all I ask.
Wendy said I recommend watching Firefly. Wendy.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Quick
Firefly's
story. If you guys remember this from several years back, but I actually did marathon Firefly with somebody, and I was just like, every time you put an episode on, I'm like, this again. All right, let me just suck your dick. So then the next time be like, let's watch another episode of Firefly.
Good. Done.
So we got through that. So Wendy, it works. You're right. You're totally right.
So funny. I haven't watched Firefly in so long. Oh my gosh.
There's a new band that I discovered that doesn't making new music anymore, but they have a whole fan song about Serenity and Firefly, and it was like, oh, I gotta pull out those DVDs. I gotta watch that again.
Nice.
It's on Hulu. You can stream it on Hulu.
Firefly?
I also have it on DVD with all the special features and the bonus.
She's like, I want my DVDs. Leave me alone.
And the unaired episode.
So Facebook. So if you're looking to get out there
Yeah.
and date, Facebook has launched their new dating section.
I have not seen or heard about this, so when you guys kind of mentioned something, I was like, "Oh, interesting." Like,
We
I
did.
would like
So
to hear
here's what we
more.
did.
Well,
We
you know what
decided-
happens. You know what happens is you see someone comment on one of your friends' posts, and the picture looks kind of nice. So you click on that profile, and you can't read a lot of the stuff unless most of their stuff is public, but you see more pictures, and you go, oh, that's a very handsome kind of person.
Right.
Or their comment coincides with what you totally would have commented, so you go over and you start looking at their memes and their posts, their news articles and stuff, and you're like, this is my soulmate!
Oh, that's way too
That's
deep
what
for me.
happens.
No.
That's too funny.
And you develop
So-
crushes on people you don't even know.
So this is a little different, the way they set it up. And the way they set it up is, and then Sierra and I decided, all right, we're going to set up our profiles. And then for
So-
extra funsies,
First off, disclaimer, so no one gets pissed off or thinks I'm going behind my partner's back. We are in an open poly triad. I can date other people. And before I set up my profile, or very near the same time I set up my profile, I did ask for permission if they would be okay with me dating or being on the dating app. And they were like, we don't give a fuck. And I'm like, I figured. So
so
Open-
to kind of add to it.
I am sorry, I have to comment. Open poly triad sounds very mathematical.
it does, doesn't it?
So it's an open relationship with 3 or more.
Yeah, me, my boyfriend, and my girlfriend.
Right. Okay.
And they're also dating. Actually, they were dating before I was dating them, but then now
Wow.
we're all dating together.
Wow. That is something. That
It's
is
so
something.
nice.
They're beautiful.
I don't think
people,
I've
too.
ever. I don't think I've ever done anything like that before. Like, this is probably one of my first open relationships because I was married before, and Yeah, so that's a long story short.
This is also a short story long, but yes.
So here's what we did. We both set it up, and then I set it up on my Toxie page.
I set it up on my Sierra page too, but I'm going to tell you, I just clicked over there. I've had more likes on my regular one than I have on my Sierra one, but literally 90%, 5 dudes. So maybe less than that, because of the 5 people that liked me, 4 of them were from Mexico. From Mexico, dating and lives in Mexico, and I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
That's never, yeah.
Can't you put that restriction
there has
on
to be
your
some type of
app?
restriction,
Right,
There
there
might be.
you should put there's a thing where you can put a mileage.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should put
So,
that on there.
Yeah,
and
so
I
you can
set
make
it
it like
up to
30.
kind of see. I did my real profile and my Toxie profile.
So I'll leave Sierra
What's
wide
your
open.
mileage?
I want to say it's like 50 to 100 miles, but only because that's
So
what
that's-
came up. I'm not.
that's-
Oh, here it is.
I'm not
That's
driving
Gene.
for no one.
I
Here
think
it
that's
is.
Barstow.
Distance
not driving
from you,
for no
I
one.
have mine set to 124 miles. That's real specific. I don't know how.
Yeah, I think it comes up like
I'm
that.
gonna change it to 91 miles. I
Right.
don't know
Now,
what
I'm
that
not saying that I
is.
don't have a dating profile. I just don't have Facebook.
Oh, you don't have the well. So
I'm
this
on.
is so
I'm on the Tinder one.
on the
So,
Tinder.
so here's how the
Tins.
here's
The
how the
Tins.
Facebook one works. You can pull information in from your Facebook profile, but it does not notify your friends that you have a Facebook dating profile.
Until
Also,
you come up on each other's.
they won't purposefully match you. That's the thing. They won't. I think I read that it won't match you with your friends unless you pick from your friends list. You can pick up to 9 secret crushes from either your Instagram follows or your Facebook page. And if you both set each other as secret crushes, then you get matched together. So, funny story, and he's probably not watching this, so it's totally fine. I recently made a new friend that I have a little bit of a crush on, and so I put him on there just for shits and giggles. And then he posted on his page that he started this Facebook dating app, and it tells him he has a secret crush, but unless he secret crushes me back, he'll never know it's me.
I
gosh.
totally feel like I'm in high school right now.
we
love
we
it.
secret crushed each other.
We did
just
to see
what happens.
to see how it would work.
So then
Right,
you
so
guys
you-
figured it out.
You get a notification that someone secret crushed you, but you don't know who it is unless you add them as a secret crush, and then you get connected. And I think that's the most amazing thing. Isaac Arthur, I added you as a secret crush. Please, baby, please. I'll move to Ohio for you.
Oh my.
I have this huge celebrity crush on the biggest nerd on YouTube, and he's a friend of mine on Facebook, only because he just accepts all the friend requests he gets, not because we're actually friends.
Sure.
But I would totally blow you, baby.
It is.
With a GoPro cam on her head.
With the GoPro. Yeah.
A little bit of spit.
Gotta get, a little bit, a lot of it. Spit.
No
You know,
loogies, please.
I
No
didn't even
loogies.
know Facebook had a dating app. Like I had no
It
idea.
just started.
It
It
just
just rolled out.
It just rolled out. It's only in certain places, and not everybody in that location gets it. Like you have to have like your Facebook app has to update. And so I know it's on the Apple because you have an Apple, and I know it's on the Android because I have an Android. I don't know if it's on the other weird ones that are out
And
there.
it rolled on my regular page versus my Toxie page first.
Yeah, it rolled on my regular page before my Toxie or
So you
before my
probably
Sierra
have had
page.
you
But it's
both of
probably
those pages for a while though, right?
yeah, it's
Right.
probably based on the
Yeah.
age of your
I
profile.
would think that makes a lot of sense because it shows that you've been here for XYZ amount of time, so on and so forth. So cool.
So here's a few things. A few things that are kind of cool about it and kind of interesting. Number one, you can search people based off of events that you've both gone to.
And that's pretty cool,
so
by the way.
I once checked that I wanted to go to, and I didn't go, but there was a lifestyle masquerade ball, and I checked interested, and it was the one that was like 2 years ago. And it'll come up, and it's like you both were interested in, or you both attended the lifestyle masquerade ball, and it'll show you, in
cool is
there. I had like 1 or 2 people that were at the summer bashes that came up. It'll show you your mutual friends, which we discussed is often a quick.
It's funny. It'll show you like this guy. So here's the thing. Quick notes for ladies and gentlemen, because mine is like a hey, whatever comes up thing. Hers is just dudes. But so I get chicks too. You bitch is crazy, first off. Second off, You need to have more than one photo, and you can't just have dating in your location and your name and age. Please give me some more information and go on. That is an immediate no for me.
Right.
I don't care how cute you are in the one photo you posted of yourself. That's a no.
And Abby, I don't think I want to date my Facebook friends. I want to date your Facebook friends. No, okay. Anyway,
She's got a lot of Facebook friends.
Listen, I
your friends'
crush
friends,
on a ton of my
mainly.
Facebook friends.
I mean, I might have crushes on my Facebook friends that aren't in the industry, but I don't Facebook add anybody because it's just not what I do. I would rather you find me on Instagram. I have a lot of Instagram crushes. A lot.
Wow,
but
this guy looks like he will murder me.
they're all just really hot guys.
Oh, I have quite a few, but obviously I'm like, you're filtering to the right person.
Yeah, she loves that neck
Because-
tattoo shit. She's like, do you look like you'll stab me in my sleep because I didn't bring you all of the money from my last gig? Yes.
I thought my filters were accurate. I didn't know everyone's getting
so
them.
funny.
I'm like, you think you're gonna
She's-
murder me?
Listen,
Oh,
if
let's
you've
go.
got a neck tattoo and knuckles tattoo, you can put it in her pooper. Just saying that you can just slide right into her shithole.
Until the one day when I was on a date, true story,
It's a
true story.
Oh my gosh.
bit her.
And not the bite one, but that was
That was
yeah.
fun.
And then the guy goes, it was literally a couple dates in, and he's like, yeah, after my second prison stint, and I'm like, oh, you might want to mention them.
What the
like,
hell is gribble pride?
That's so funny.
I mean, granted, it's a thing for me, but maybe in fantasy. Like, if otherwise, I need to know, is your parole officer going to
Are
visit
you a
me?
secret Charles Manson wife? I mean, really?
No.
Okay.
I don't have time for that shit. Like, but another true story. I was in college, and I was on the radio, and I don't remember what the point was. I was going to school 2 hours away from where I live. This is Pennsylvania. There's a lot of farms and shit. I lived near a whole Amish community.
Boyfriend's calling
It was awful. But
Oh, that's her boyfriend.
but
my
anyway,
That's my boyfriend, by the way.
nice. So
Cute ass black man.
so I had given again, I don't know why this whole story doesn't quite make sense. I'd yell at 17-year-olds.
You can tell him via the
Toxie.
Facebook.
But anyway, I gave out my address because people were sending me mail to my box in my dorm, and a guy started writing to me from prison. So I had a prison pen pal.
Oh, how fun is
In
that?
college.
Did they become sexy letters?
Yes, and they became the letters with the rose art and stuff. So you open it up.
You
and
had,
it's
like, prison
rose
rose
art. I have prison rose art and everything.
Wow.
Then I had the prison like little porn letters, like the novels, like I would so do this to you, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't think you can for 40 to 45 years.
You know what? I wanted to see what the dating app was about, so I just kind of started going through it. You know, you said it was very specific on the mileage. It literally has it set up automatically like that. So it's not that you picked it, so you can go through and change it.
Change
All right.
that.
I changed to 91 miles. I don't know where that is.
That just means there were only 2 convictions. You are correct. You're super correct.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what else about the Facebook dating app does everyone need to know?
Well, it's a lot like all the others where you either yes or no. There's no maybe. There was one app that I was on a while ago that
Is it like
it lets
Tinder
you
where
put
you
a
swipe
maybe.
right or swipe left?
No,
or-
it's an X, which is and then there's
And
a
then
heart.
it says no thank you, and I worried if it comes up on theirs and it's like no thank you.
No.
I hope it would. I just want to know, like, okay, so I have liked a few people, and I've had a few people like me. I've even had a couple of my likes like me back. I don't get any notifications if someone says no thank you. And I'm certain plenty of people are saying no thank you, considering how many I have just clicked on yes on.
Somebody liked me already.
And then what happens? And then it's just up to
And
you
then
guys
30
to...
seconds.
And then so then you
Literally
get
not even
this
that long.
list in conversations where it says that you liked each other. And now I have made the decision that I'm not going to message them first. If we mutually like each other, they can message me first. Because I always message first.
Told
Toxie and
you
I
that.
talk about this all the time. I always message first. You know why I always message first? I never get messages first. She's already had like 5 conversations on this fucking dating app. I've had 0. Besides
But
you.
but just to share, I have one who immediately called me out my Toxie page saying, I don't think your name is genuine.
That's true.
Like, you are not incorrect, sir.
Did you call him sir? Because that was probably a turn on.
No. So it's worth checking out. It
So
notifies
far,
you
but
if
you guys
people
haven't
like
dated
you.
anyone yet. It's so brand new. You haven't gone on a date from
No.
this app yet.
It's been less than
Nor
a week.
will I probably do so.
It's been less
Do you
than a
think
week.
you will?
Me?
She said no.
No.
But what's the point of
Yeah,
signing up for
probably
the app?
Right.
Because number one,
So
we
we've
wanted to see what it was about.
Okay.
And also,
have
so
the
we have fodder for the
conversation.
show.
Right.
And just to clarify, because I do have to explain this to guys all the time, no, I don't chat with you on there just to have something to talk about on the show.
I
get
do.
asked that often, sometimes not nicely. But the use of the app was something that we thought that we could chat
Yeah.
about.
Question about the app.
Super easy to set up.
Okay.
Do we have a question?
I have a question.
Okay.
So, let's say you like each other and you got these notifications that you can now message each other, right?
Right.
Right. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Does that also give you access to their page unfettered?
No.
No.
That you still have to friend them first?
Yeah.
I don't even know, can you
You
friend
can't-
them from here?
You might be able to at some point. Look, when you get into a conversation with someone, so if I go to conversations and I go to this and I click on their name, it will pull up their dating profile. But if we're friends,
It gives you their.
I love how you chuckle.
it pulls up. Well, it pulled up your dating profile. Oh, it used to pull up your thingy. They must have made a change to it.
So there's no
Yeah,
access to
this
their
only-
profile whatsoever.
No.
This
not-
only tells me, right?
Yeah, no. It only takes you to their. It only takes you to their dating profile, not their actual regular
Once
profile.
again, if they look like...
So unless because you don't even get last
Then we
names,
might have to stop
like
and
we
visit
don't
their
even have
parole
last names.
officer.
When mine comes up,
I'm
it just
in.
says M. By the way,
in.
because I don't have my full first
There
name in
might
the
be an
first
ankle
name
bracelet under
portion
there.
of the Facebook algorithm thingy. So everything, whenever it's like, oh, log in with Facebook, it always comes up as M. Because I just put a letter in the first name box and my name is in the last name box.
I know whenever I go to type Monday, your name pops up to tag. And then I
Okay.
have to put the
I'm an
ON.
M.
Total random share here, but while I was scrolling through here to see if I could show this to you, I got a notification that Donny Osmond has recently tweeted. So,
Jasper says, I'm skeptical of the app because it's low-key brain typing for the admins who are connected to the government.
Everything is.
Yeah.
Just, if you have a Google account, you might as well just kiss your fucking privacy goodbye.
do you walk into Walmart?
Yeah.
You're scanned as you go into Walmart.
Do you
makes
buy
sense.
anything on
Yeah.
Amazon?
I'm
joke.
surprised.
Listen.
I'm actually surprised that the Facebook dating app is minimal information when their job is personal information, right? If
So this is the most I have seen a dude fill out, and so he's gonna get a little heart from me. So this is the most I've seen a dude fill out on his profile.
okay,
Like you can put
Sorry.
a lot of information in there, and I'll show
cutie.
you mine because I literally filled out all of the things.
Wow.
cutie too.
Yeah,
You have a
I'm
mutual
gonna-
friend.
Yeah, it's one of our old coworkers at the radio station,
Nice.
which means he's probably not real friends because it's her radio profile.
Ah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and heart him. Let me pull. Ooh, hello. That is an ass.
He put a picture of his ass up there.
No, he is in climbing
But he wants to
gear.
take you climbing on a date.
Oh,
X.
damn, that is a nice
Axe.
ass.
Just want to
Yeah, I
take
like
you
a man
climbing
with a
on a
nice
date.
Right.
I'm climbing on a
It's
date.
the climbing harness.
Listen,
The climbing harness.
Doesn't matter.
I will climb anything for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's your style.
That
right
is
there.
my style right there.
Love
That
it.
swarthy Arabian Nights look. Hell yeah, I'm all up in that. You gonna kidnap my children and take them to another country? Fuck yeah.
Jesus.
Clearly, Toxie and I have issues.
How are we even allowed out?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I have not been killed on a date yet or kidnapped and taken to another
what we
country.
used
It's
to
come
have to-
close.
It's come close.
What we used to have to do, like when I first started dating, she would go, I'd have to tell her where I'm going, and you've done it as well, where I'm going to see if I have any profile info. And then she's like, when you get in there, like, low-key snap a photo and send it to me.
I just
like,
got
just
one
in
of those
case.
from you the other day. Click. Bring. I'm going on a date with this guy. Hopefully no biting.
So funny.
All right. We have about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
Okay, so I have a few things really quick.
Hey, let us know about your experience with Facebook dating, by the
Yeah,
way.
if you're doing it, let us know.
Yeah, either email us,
And if
send us
you're-
a message,
if you're doing
or
it-
next show we do, come into the thing and chat. We'll ask.
I was pulling up my dating.
And Alicia, did I say it right that time?
Annalisa?
Hey, Annalicia. I thought it was Angelica. I thought I was being all sexy the last time I was all,
So
Angelica.
here's mine. And you can add a bunch of questions at the bottom of it, and I added a few, so.
So, as we're going through here really quick, just so everybody's aware, sending unsolicited dick pics of all, this is strange that it's Texas of all places, because Texas is different. But anyway, it is now illegal in Texas and can result in a $500 fine. So if you send one and it is unsolicited, you could be fined $500.
So those Texas assholes, you want to get fined $500?
I would date you.
Would you?
Don't send me.
There's pictures of
a
dogs at the
unsolicited
bottom.
message.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I did connect my Instagram. So.
It's interesting, though, that they have come up with this now law.
Right. I
Like-
think it'll be hard to enforce,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
it's coming out other places. Texas isn't the first state. There's something going on in South Carolina, New York. The person that I got this article from is actually in the government. She works in the government and like just proposed a bill or a law or I don't know. I forgot the whole after school special deal, you know. But she just proposed something in her state to make this illegal there as well.
Interesting.
So,
Does she know how they
definitely.
would manage
Did-
they would manage that? Like how are they gonna know someone sent me unsolicited dick pic?
You would have
think
to.
if you report
go
it,
to
that
the
would make
police
sense.
station. Someone,
Right.
someone sent me this. This is I'm. Let's see. How do I put this? I'm not necessarily bothered by people who send me dick pics because sometimes they're nice to look at and sometimes you could just scroll.
Listen, if
Sometimes
I
you could
know
just
you-
scroll or delete.
If I know
But-
you, send away.
Right. But I'm thinking these politicians that are putting these up there to get them passed or whatever, they're kind of easy to pass. And they just need a win instead of tackling better things like the immigration issue,
Right.
getting people out of the camps, or guns, for God's sake. Do some serious legislating.
But
Yeah.
for some people, obviously, this is very serious. So, what if you
Obviously.
received an unsolicited dick pic and you were the victim of a sexual assault and it was very traumatic
Sexual
for you to
assault
do so?
is legislation you need to
Totally
talk about.
separate.
Yeah.
Totally separate.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this isn't, number one, it's not the only piece she's working on. But number two, what if you've been a victim in the past? You get this unsolicited
So
dick
you're,
pic, and it's
the word is
triggering
triggered,
for
right?
you.
It's triggering for you.
It's also a violation. You don't want to see somebody's. Do you want me to walk in and stick my vagina out to show you? Yes, I know that answer's yes. However,
That's already illegal.
Yeah.
That's already
in
a law.
person,
Yeah.
but not over. Not,
It should be illegal for me to send you any sort of unsolicited information. For instance, I don't want to know about your life insurance policies that you have available. I don't want you calling me about a new car
Right.
plan. I don't want your dick in my inbox. Like, unsolicited media should not be allowed to be disseminated to anyone for any reason.
And it's
Does
not
this
supposed
then
to.
does this law also include the spam mail that we're getting
It
from
should.
That's already a law. Like a lot of that is already like, for example,
It's not a law if
robocalls.
it still keeps coming to your inbox. It can't be a law if it's still coming to your inbox.
But we're still getting like robocalls or a law, like they're against the law to do robocalls, and places still do
Yeah,
it.
you have to report them. Not enough people are reporting the robocalls in order to get these people put
And
under
when
fire.
they do, they shut it down and they open up another business.
I never heard that there was a law. I heard there was a do not contact list or
No,
something
the
like
robocalls are against the law. I'm actually winning. I'm getting money out of a class action lawsuit from a robocall thing, because I got like 45 calls from the same number in a single day, and so a bunch of people ended up in a class action lawsuit, and I got an email about it because my phone number came up in their investigation, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want my $4.33."
that. Is this legislation tacked on to something bigger?
No, I think this is a separate piece.
Singular piece of legislation to stop dick pics from coming to your phone or email.
As a sex worker, I get them daily. I get them all the time. Now, I am not necessarily against some of them because I like looking at penis. I like dick. I don't mind. However, it is those who send them that are just completely rude about it. You know what I mean? Like, there are some that send this. They say, "Hey, do you mind if I send you a picture?" And I say, sometimes I'll say no, especially if it's a dick pic. But sometimes, if I just know this guy is good looking,
right? If they ask, totally different.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, even the unsolicited ones, people will still like, because I didn't ask you to even ask me. Like, that's still part of that could still be a trigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
even asking can still be a big deal. But quite honestly, I don't really mind them.
Jasper
But
said,
I do.
people have to understand that what's happening right now is a long game at work. Right now, they're just attacking the general public, but it's setting up for them also attacking the adult industry in the long run.
Yeah.
Listen,
But there's a huge difference. The adult industry, like, you are not forcing me to watch some of those scenes of yours I'm going to watch later tonight.
Yeah.
You're not forcing me to watch those.
Yeah.
There's a difference when someone sends it to you
Yeah.
versus
they're forcing it.
versus you seeking it out. So here's the thing. The slippery slope argument for anything, whether it's gun control or porn control or any of that other bullshit, is just that. Fucking bullshit. The slippery slope doesn't actually exist. First they'll take your assault weapons, and then what? We'll take your fucking pea shooter? No, bitch, that's not gonna happen. First we take your unsolicited dick pics, then we take your porn? No, that's not gonna happen.
No, because also
First
all
off,
these government
porn-
officials are watching.
Oh,
Everyone-
absolutely.
Bow down and pray at the altar of Larry Flint, because he's the motherfucker that got your porn protected by the First Amendment rights, you son of a bitch. Your porn will always be protected as long as it's not being forced upon other people or being peddled to little kids.
Yeah.
As long as it's being done legally, safely, and within the confines of the law, which is the same thing as legally, your porn's not going to go anywhere. The fucking internet exists, and it will exist forever, and the government's never going to take your internet away from you. Everyone says, oh, but the Chinese take the internet away from their people. No, I'm going to tell you something. I work for a Chinese company. They do not. The Chinese say they do, but they know there's workarounds for
They've
it.
got their own Chinese Anonymous.
Your internet porn is never going away. You will always have access to it, whether you have to dive down the deep, dark, fleshy hole of the dark web or go into the gray web or anything else. The porn will always be available to you.
Internet and rebellion go hand in hand. So-
There's definitely more, and I want to get into this, but we're out of time. So Jasper, we'll follow up with you on that as far as the shadow banning on Instagram, which is a
gosh.
private entity.
Don't even get me started about
Let's
that shit.
please talk about the phrase that you brought.
Vaping?
Guys, really quick, someone had brought this term up to me. Vaping.
It's
Do you
vabbing.
got vabbing?
Vabbing.
Two B's is vabbing.
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 ING. Do you know what it is?
I do not. Please explain this term.
She has a legal definition or something.
I do, and it's one of the things I was trying to print out and bring. So I have a technical definition.
Just Google it.
But essentially, it is, simply put, vaginal dabbing. This is where you stick your lady fingers in between your lady lips and put your lady juice behind your lady ears so that people want to sex your lady box.
It's using your
it's
own
a
vaginal secretions
Yes.
as
Pheromones.
Yes.
perfume.
Yes.
That is some
It's like you're
crazy
splashing on
shit.
some Nina Ricci there, but
It's
from
like
your
what you did
vagina.
at that sex club that one time with that guy you were dating.
That was interesting. I'm definitely going to bring that term
Only
up
you
to
used
people.
my
Vabbing.
juices
I
on him.
did.
Got it.
All right, everybody.
Tell us
we've had
really
a-
quick how to find you.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BBW Julie Ginger. My website, BBWJulieGinger.com. Hashtag sexiest redhead of all.
I'm Alexia.
I'm Julie Ginger.
Toxie.
And Sierra.
We'll see you next week.
If you're brave enough.
Later, bitches.